Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Deadpool and Spider-Man have a long history in the comics. Spideypool became a thing a long time ago, but one of the most meta things that they've ever done is basically switch places. Deadpool becomes Spider-Man and Spider-Man becomes Deadpool. So I'm going to explain that story. There is a new round of the Spider-Man giveaway going on now too. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. Be sure to click that bell so you don't miss out on anything. So Deadpool becoming Spider-Man, Spider-Man becoming Deadpool. There's a long history of Deadpool cosplaying as other characters. He is the biggest fan of Spider-Man, Wolverine. He name drops Batman all the time, and there's been some fan art that's had him as Batman. But going all the way back to Deadpool's first run in the comics, he's come across Spider-Man. Eventually they started teaming up. They even got their own title, Spider-Man and Deadpool. So thus Spideypool was born out of their friendship. There was a period in the comics when he was Superior Spider-Man, when he was really Otto Octavius in the body of Spider-Man, when he really started to hate on Deadpool. But for the most part, they are super bros. In Deadpool, one time invoked the Super Bro Code and became Spider-Man, wore his costume, and Spider-Man wore Deadpool's costume to take down the Chameleon. So in Deadpool Annual number 2, Spider-Man keeps getting shanked by mystery people. He starts attacking random old ladies on the street, thinking them the Chameleon. So Deadpool gets a brilliant idea, as he tends to do. He's going to chameleon the Chameleon by taking on Spider-Man's persona to try and draw him out. So even though Spider-Man's been kind of a jerk to him lately, just talking about Superior Spider-Man, Peter Parker is back, the real Peter Parker. He wants to help him out. Super Bro Code. I'm not going to out someone's secret identity. He even fights off a bunch of office workers that want to peek under Spider-Man's mask. So Deadpool as Spider-Man does a little bit of crowd work, takes a picture with the pretty girl, finds out that it's the Chameleon, and gets ganked again. But Chameleon gets away, so as he's swinging after him, he starts to notice other people in trouble, so decides that while he is wearing Spider-Man's costume, he's going to do Spider-Man's duty and help people out just like he thinks that Peter Parker would. Classic Spider-Man scenario. Working his way up the ladder from purse snatchers, he senses a bunch of snakes going somewhere, so realizes it's an animal-themed villain, classic Spider-Man. So he finds out that it's the Master, he's a snake-themed villain, totally calls him out on his stupid plan that he's trying to turn people into giant mice to feed his snake army, and says he is the enemy of dumb and tries to defeat him, but accidentally knocks him into his device, turning him and his snake army into a giant Godzilla-sized mouse. So even though Deadpool is enjoying a classic Spider-Man-themed villain, this story is very much in the style of Deadpool adventures, whereby he starts out with a very simple problem to solve, but in trying to solve it, creates much bigger problems for himself that he then solves in hilarious ways. So it just snowballs out of control until he hijacks a helicopter from the authorities and throws it at the giant Godzilla mouse, defeating it. But then out comes the Chameleon, the person that he was originally putting on the Spider-Man costume to get, and then Spider-Man resurfaces in the Deadpool costume, and they have a classic Mexican standoff, Clint Eastwood style. The Chameleon emulates Deadpool. Deadpool is forced to choose who he shoots. So finally, Spider-Man says, "You're my amazing friend." He almost shoots him because he doesn't trust it. And then he finally just decides to shoot them both and just happens to shoot the Chameleon first. So then, Spider-Man learns that the reason the Chameleon was able to track him is because of the upgraded web fluid that Otto Octavius was using when he was acting as Spider-Man. Deadpool says you should probably fix that, so they take a lot of opportunities to make fun of Superior Spider-Man during this. So thus concludes Amazing Friend Team Up, Awesome Spideypool story. But as you've noticed, they do like to make fun of themselves a lot. Anytime they do a story where Deadpool is doing something above and beyond his normal level of ridiculousness, they always take as many opportunities as possible to troll themselves. They did the same thing. I did a video about how they were trolling Batman v Superman, but really it was Deadpool trolling the Deadpool movie and Ryan Reynolds, so I'll add a link to that in the comments. The closest we've ever gotten to this actually happening in the movies was the Deadpool movie, where Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool wore the Hugh Jackman mask. He's such a trooper for allowing his face to be used in that way.
I can't even tell you. I deserve that. That too. No, maybe not the nethers.
Start talking!
If there's the guy under this mask, he ain't the same one that you remember.
You mean this mask?
And this one. In case the other fell off.
But they're really good friends, so technically he wasn't becoming Wolverine, although now Ryan Reynolds is campaigning behind the scenes to get Hugh Jackman to do a Wolverine-Deadpool crossover. Who knows if that'll ever happen, because we're supposedly getting our very last Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie in a couple months, but I wouldn't assume anything until it actually goes down. So there'll probably be liberal Wolverine Hugh Jackman jokes in the Deadpool sequel, and even though the Logan movie looks pretty freaking serious, there might be some Deadpool in there somewhere, just on the Easter egg level. But in real life, you may have seen some of the funny videos that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have posted back and forth. So I'm going to play these back to back, then I'll explain what they're from.
G'day, mate. Hugh Jackman here. Just reminding you to get your votes in for People's Sexiest Men Alive. Cover's coming up.
G'day. Hey, good day. Good day. Sorry, Ryan Reynolds here. I method actor. I'm working on my Australian accent. I'm doing a Crocodile Dundee 7. You're gonna love it. Anyway, you may remember me from such things as People Magazine's 2010 Sexiest Man Alive or the 12th best DC Comics movie, Green Lantern. Who would have thought that just 3 years after getting a star on Canada's Walk of Fame, I'd be getting a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame? Yep, I now join the ranks of other great Canadians such as William Shatner, Leslie Nelson, and Tommy Chong. How could a guy who failed his high school drama class be this talented? I have no answer for that. But to quote my favourite actor in the world, the great Australian Hugh Jackman, whom by the way was People's Sexiest Man Alive way before me, Americans are the most generous country on the planet. So, thank you, America. And feel free to urinate on my section of the sidewalk.
So you can see that first clip was actually from when they were still making the Deadpool movie, when Ryan Reynolds was getting ready to be voted People's Sexiest Man. The other clip is from more recently, with Hugh Jackman giving Ryan Reynolds a shout out because he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So that was just a big moment for Ryan Reynolds' career. But then you realize, like, how come they haven't been doing this the whole time? This would be so amazing. You could make a movie, even if it wasn't a comic book movie, which is the two of them being ridiculous. But because the Logan movie is coming up, and because Hugh Jackman was a total sport when they were promoting Deadpool, you might see a lot more of this Deadpool-style humor going into March, because that's when the Wolverine movie is coming. But when you start talking about Deadpool Spider-Man crossovers in the movies, that's like a long, long ways off. Kevin Feige said there's currently no deal to be made with Fox anytime soon. It sounds like it's more of a Fox thing, like they're just not ready to make a deal with Marvel yet. But you have to remember all the drama with Spider-Man at Sony. They're all about rebooting the character, starting with something fresh at Marvel. So once that character's a little more mature, once they've got a couple movies under their belt, they'll be ready for more fun Deadpool-style humor like this. But they're taking it pretty seriously at the start. I mean, albeit with like a Spider-Man sense of humor, which isn't quite the same thing as Deadpool. But just like in the comics, you start out with a bunch of characters in their own titles, then Stan Lee gets the bright idea to throw them all together and make an Avengers comic way, way back, and then eventually you get Deadpool-style crossovers that kind of make fun of that thing. So really in the movies, we've had our first couple big Avengers team-ups. Eventually, you'll get something that will totally parody that, and you'll have more opportunities for Deadpool Spider-Man style crossovers. So don't worry, we'll get there eventually. It's just that before you can parody a team-up like that, you have to have the regular team-ups first, which is actually where we're headed in Marvel Phase 3 and Phase 4. Way more crossovers than you ever thought we were going to get. There's going to be so much Doctor Strange in other people's movies. Expect the same thing from Iron Man, just like he's going to be in the Spider-Man movie next. But in related news, big trailers may be dropping really soon. There have been rumors that the Justice League trailer is going to drop really soon, so I'll do a video about Justice League in the next couple days, but new Game of Thrones, new Walking Dead, and a whole bunch more Marvel DC posting next week. So if you want to suggest any comic book characters becoming other characters, like Deadpool becomes Venom, the entire Marvel universe just became Venom. They did a bunch of variant covers. So if you want to recommend a story, just write it below in the comments. But get hyped, there's also going to be a whole bunch of Star Wars next week too. We got to talk about what's going to be happening next. While you guys wait for that to post, you can click here to watch The Flash fight Iris West, and you can click here to rewatch those Spider-Man trailers. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.